First of all, let me thank you, CIS Bankers, for inviting me to this conference and the opportunity to represent my organization. Today, I'd like to speak about the Ameriabank success story during the crisis. And I'll do my presentation in English while you will have this on your screen in Russian, and you are welcome to ask questions in both languages. So I'm representing Ameria Group, which consists of Ameriabank itself, Ameria Asset Management Company, and Ameria Advisory Services. So Ameriabank we are moving forward more to universal bank and with integrated corporate, retail, and investment banking services. It was founded back in 1910. Actually, it was the first financial institution in Armenia. It was called Caucasus Trade Bank, Armenian Yerevan branch. And during its history, it named several times, renamed. It was private, then become a state, then again to private. And 5 years ago, it was acquired by a prominent investment bankers, Armenian, Ruben Vardanyan and Nubara Feyan, and renamed to Ameriabank. So advisory services that we provide is our market share is about above the 50% in advisory service belongs to Ameria Advisory, and asset management. We have the biggest assets under management in Armenia. This is some slide on our positioning in Armenian banking sector. As you can see, we are holding first position by total assets, liabilities, and client deposits and accounts. Also second position by capital, net loans to customers, and net profits. Total assets growth rate during the last 5 years in average makes of 85%, which is quite credible, and we have one of the largest loan portfolios in market since 2010. While our asset quality is quite impressive, it's above the average, lower the average in Armenian market. So you can see the NPLs, average NPLs for Armenian banking sector is 3.29, while we have about only 1%. Return on assets and return on equity is showing in this slide. We have 17 by Armenian regulation, which is by Basel II, you have to plus around 4%, which makes 21. Net profit is growing for over the last 5 years. Even though we have a very good cost-to-income ratio, is 44%, and we are working on more on efficiency. For last 5 years, we have granted some awards and recognized by our partners, financial institutions, and IFIs. Also, we are working with the majority of financial institutions that exist and have an activity in Armenian market, and among them is IFC, DEG, FMO, and EBRD also. But it's not the all list, we have other ones. So what's the crisis and what challenges and opportunities that we can gain from the crisis? From one side, it's challenges that we have during the crisis. First of all, it's a liquidity shortage, yeah? But from other side, it's also an opportunity for cherry picking of the best clients and customers. Another challenge is low client trust during the crisis that we face, and from other side, we have to be transparent and to build partnership relations with clients to be loyal. Some banks will have an unemployment uncertainty, but from other side, it's an opportunity to headhunting new talents in a market. Also, capital shortage and uncertainty that we have during the crisis, it's an opportunity for potential targets for M&A, mergers and acquisitions. What we have done, what is our experience during the crisis? We started back, I said, in 2007, and we have grown dramatically from the period of post-crisis period 2010 and 12. We executed first M&A deal in Armenian banking sector in 2012 and still looking for new opportunities. We already have a benchmark and trend setter on the local market, and we have serious plans for regional and global expansion. How did we use the crisis as an opportunity to succeed? First of all, let me go through economic preconditions, the idea and vision that we have, our shareholders and partners, that we have a great impact in our growth, business model and strategy that we chosen, and our team. The Armenian economy and banking sector during the crisis, we have dramatically downturn during 2009. It's about 14.4% in GDP. The key factors was cutting in mining products export due to worldwide fall in demand and prices, at 25% reduction in construction, which was about 30% a share, which had a 30% share in our GDP, as well as decrease in incoming personal transfers, because the Armenian economy is very dependent on transfers from abroad, mainly from Russia and United States. Also, we had a depreciation of Armenian dram, local currency, by 22% just in one day. The banking sector also restricted lending policy due to higher risk and deficit of liquidity. It was a huge increase in non-performing loans, and up to 10% in 2009, and average return on equity in banking system fell down from double digit to 4%. Armenian banking system consists of 21 banks. Competition is very intensive, because only 5 banks holds about 50% of market share, and in average each one from that 5 is have 10% in market share. Total assets is about $6 billion US, capital around $1 billion in US dollars. Share of foreign capital is about 76%, and it presents the brands from Europe, CIS, and Middle East. Banking penetration ratio is still low. It's about 62% in GDP. Our idea and the vision is to create a corporate and investment bank with restricted retail services to become one of the leading financial institutions in local market, and to bring and develop international best practices and innovations to a local market. It was initiated by a group of like-minded people with strong experience in global financial market and business world. A significant technological support and experience sharing from board members, prominent investment bankers was ensured. Our main shareholders is Ruben Vartanyan and Nubar Afeyan. Ruben Vartanyan is a prominent investment banker who was owing the Troika dialogue in Russia, and Nubar Afeyan is venture capitalist from Boston. And a unique partnership system was introduced throughout our company for management to become partners and to exercise their bonuses and taking part in shares. Our business model that we choose is more to be a client-oriented to have a comprehensive approach tailored to clients' needs, individual solutions for each and every client, to be flexible in making conditions and choosing products and solutions for our clients, and focus on corporates and on high net worth individuals. We are using innovations in our organizations to foster the process of growth and to improve business processes and efficiency. We were the first bank that introduced a client relationship management system in Armenia, CRS. Also, we are developing our management system, designing and regulating business processes. We have balanced scorecard and KPI system in place. Also ISO standards. We are taking in account to hire high quality professionals from the market. We have a unique system of staff assessment and motivation, and share our corporate values with them. That's our business model that we use. After an acquisition of an Armenian bank, we significantly increased our chartered capital in 2008, which helped us to leverage and to attract new clients from a market. We made a rebranding in 2008. We made unparalleled investments in IT platforms and technical innovations. Also, we launched the CRM system. We, during the crisis, launched a unique project with Rosgosstrach Armenia on deposit insurance, which helped us during that time and attracted with the attraction of more deposits. In 2010, we executed first merger with Kesket Bank, the local Armenian bank, and since 2009, we established and increased our cooperation with IFIs and attracted about around $240 million US in loans. It was majorly SMEs, energy efficiency, and agro businesses and trade finance. We also recognized by EBRD as a confirming bank in Armenia and included in their confirming bank lists. Our trade finance portfolio is biggest in Armenian market, and we have more than 60% share in trade finance operations in Armenia. In 2011, we made a strategic shift to more universal banking, to more balanced asset and liability size, and we targeted retail and SME banking. To become a strong universal bank, we're planning the following projects. Revision of our core business process for retail and SME banking, expansion of our branch network. We have now 10 branches, but we're planning to open more 5. What we think 15 branches in Armenian market is quite enough to do banking. And also we are going to improve of multinational distance service infrastructure, mobile banking, distance banking, virtual branch, and etc. Diaspora is our next major priority to develop. In 2012, we opened Armenia Group representative office in Los Angeles area. As you know, there are located many diaspora Armenians in LA region in United States. We also actively looking for new opportunities of expansion in a local market or also regionally, and plan to do international IPO in coming 2 and 3 years. So this is the final statement that I would like to make, and thank you. Questions welcomed.
Thank you very much, Artak.